Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel and to another TVG Live Friday night live in the lounge with me, Paul,
me, Jason.
Together, those vegan guys. But most of you will already know we've got a very special guest waiting in the wings.
Oh yes.
Here. And now he's a busy lad. He's got a busy life. He's got stuff to do. But it's comfort talk about vegan Campout.
Comfort talk.
Yeah. I thought I'd be really Yorkshire. If everybody welcome Jordan.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing? Yeah, you've muted me, I think. Is it working?
Ours that's turned down.
Yeah, it might be. Oh, yeah, we might need to set up volume up.
1 second.
1 sec. It's us. Here, you do it.
It's there, isn't it?
Oh. Is it working?
Do excuse us. We're amateurs.
That's right, isn't it? We'll do that. Let's try that.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
There we go.
Yes! Now we can hear you, Jordan.
Do apologise, Jordan. We do apologise.
So
That's
anyway,
right.
welcome to everybody. As you may or may not know, we are mere months, some might say weeks away from Vegan Campout. And Jordan is the creator, and I suppose you're the CEO, aren't you?
Yep.
A reluctant title, perhaps.
Yeah.
So he's popped along tonight so we can have a quick chat because 75% of tickets have now been sold. So if you've been thinking about it and thinking, oh, should I? You better get a move on Beryl, Belinda, Margaret, Susan, Doris, and Deborah. I'm just saying.
So yeah, I mean, I think is obviously Jordan's here for a little bit of time this evening. It's wonderful to see your smiling face, Jordan. I think obviously if anybody in the chat has got any questions, you can put them in the chat, and as much as possible, I'm sure Jordan will do his best to answer them. But as Paul said, you know, 75% of tickets sold already, which is absolutely awesome. And maybe we can also take a few minutes to touch on some of the epic stuff that's going to be going down at Vegan Campout this year. You know, just in the chat over the next sort of 20 minutes or so. I'm going to do a quick scroll up, as I always do whenever we're live, and give a shout out just to a few people who were here bright and early. We've got Ray, Tracy and Leroy, Chris, Zen, Flanny, Joseph, Sid and Rosie, Vegan Metalhead, Jeanette, Joseph, Holly, Dorcas, Heather. Welcome one, welcome all. It's a chilled Friday evening in our lounge. Anyone who's familiar with the format in terms of our live streams, tonight it is just that. It's just us in our lounge, chilling out. As is tradition, we have our decaf coffee and a mint.
We do.
But what is not tradition is having a guest here. So if anybody, as I said, if anybody's got any specific questions for Jordan, that would be brilliant. But should we just kick off maybe by, Jordan, if you don't mind, I'm going to put you on the spot slightly for a second now. Would you like to just maybe touch on some of the epic stuff that is going to be going down at Vegan Campout 2025?
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure a lot of your audience know about the event, but for those that don't, Vegan Campout is the UK's biggest vegan event, started by me and a few other people back in 2016. So this year is our 9th, I think it's our 9th event. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Our 9th event, 9th year, which is just crazy to even think about. There's been so many changes over the last few years. But the main changes for this year, as opposed to anyone that went in 2023 or 2024, is that we've got a brand new venue. So for those of you who went to Vegan Campout 2022, the venue is a lot more like that, a lot more trees, a lot more, you know, woodland, shade, a lot more, you know, picturesque. That was one of the main criticisms at our venue from the last few years. So that's like our main decision, really, to move back to somewhere that feels a bit more like being in nature, a better festival setting. So that's the biggest change. But also, you know, it's a different date this year, but that just comes down to weekends that we had available from the venue. It'll probably be a different date next year as well, to be fair. But yeah, the other main changes are that we're adding a whole extra day to the festival. So those of you that want to spend a whole extra 24 hours at Vegan Campout can now come the day before on the Thursday. I think it's £20 extra. We try to make it like as cheap as we can. So yeah, that'll be a whole extra day of camping, you know, socializing. All the food will be open, all the stalls will be open, but there's also like 12 DJ sets happening specifically on the Thursday. So there is some kind of entertainment and different things going on. So yeah, extra day. And then the other main and last change is that we're having less people this year. So we're only having about 7,500 people. And yeah, there was quite a few decisions to make that decision, to be honest. But the main one just being that we felt as a team that it would be a better, slightly more intimate event. 7,500 people is about what we used to have at Vegan Campout 2019. So, you know, still an awful lot of people, just not quite at that, you know, 10 to 13,000 that we've been at, you know, the last few years. So, yeah, you know, it will still be a massive event, just slightly less people. And I feel like it's more manageable for us at that rate. It's more sustainable as a festival for like financial reasons and all of that boring stuff. But yeah, they're all the main changes really to this year's event. Aside from that, you know, a lot of people have been asking, oh, is there still going to be this? Is there still going to be that? Except from the changes I've just listed out, everything else is exactly the same. So yeah, the answer is yes to whatever you might think of that's been at Vegan Campout the last few years is still going to be there this year as well, including your area, of course, with Mind and Body After Dark. So
yeah, indeed. And I've just popped up the image of the food lineup this year so that you can all see. Look at all the vegan food vendors.
I mean, that is obviously absolutely worthy of celebration, just the food lineup alone. But yeah, to just echo what Jordan's just said, of course, I mean, the diversity, I think, has improved year on year. You know, last year it was epic, and I'm referencing that because that's kind of the thing that's the most memorable to me because it was only last year. But this year, more diversity again, just such a range of guest speakers, you know, from all walks of life, the music, the diversity of the music, the DJ sets, Mind and Body After Dark, but also Mind and Body during the day as well, with all of the activities that people can get involved with during the day as well. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it's just brilliant. Is there I know we've spoke before, Jordan, about like what the festival's actually like for you, as in you working at the festival, and you don't really get a chance all the time to kind of really get around and see sometimes some of the stuff you might like to see. But is there something particular that you're looking forward to this year? Either a guest speaker or a music act or a DJ or anything like that?
Yeah, good question. And on that as well, like, although I've said this for the last 3 years, but I really do hope that this year I do get to spend a bit more of the event just with, and that's also like one of the changes for like, you know, reducing the capacity slightly because it's more manageable by other people that doesn't always need me at that number. And even having the Thursday with none of like the main kind of like live music or what's the other thing? Talks on the Thursday also just gives me a whole extra day to hopefully iron out most of the main issues, which means hopefully Saturday and Sunday I will actually get to enjoy a bit more of the festival. But yeah, I mean, looking at the poster, I mean, people who like really watch us closely will know from posts and lives that we've done, that Sarah Pascoe is someone we've literally tried to get for Vegan Campout probably since 2017. So she's like one of our longest kind of tried every year. It's never worked out. I don't know if I've told this before to people, but we actually did have her booked last year about 2 weeks before our announcement, and then about a week before the announcement she had to pull out. So we lost one of our biggest names like a week before the announcement. So it's even more amazing to finally have her. She's just so funny, has been vegan for so long. These are some of the day splits. So on Friday, each night you've got like a main stage after party. So on the Friday, it's the 70s and 80s pre-party. Saturday is Bosch's after party, which is house, electronic, and drum and bass. And then Sunday is the Josh Franceschi from New Me at 6 after party, which is like, rock, new metal, emo, that type of stuff. You've got all the talks on the left-hand side column. You've got all the live music, which obviously the Vegan Queens are also performing again on the Sunday. There's a whole range of things, to be honest. I mean, I don't know if you have that poster of the jungle poster, but that's another thing that I'm really looking forward to this year, which I didn't say earlier. So
I've just got
the jungle. Yeah, that might be it. I don't know.
Let's have a look.
I might have not sent it you.
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, the one. Yeah.
DJ sets at the jungle.
Yeah. So there is another jungle poster, but yeah, that's the one that actually says who's going to be on which day, which is probably better, to be honest. So yeah, this year we really, really wanted to make like the DJ area as diverse as it could be, because the last few years we've had it done by an external company, and we didn't want to tell that company what to do, and they were a lot more kind of house, techno, drum and bass, all the different like electronic music styles, and we still have all of them this year, actually more than we usually have. But we've also got like every subgenre of rap, like hip hop, garage, trap, bassline, grime, like so many different things going off. And then I seem to have seen like quite a lot of rock and metal fans in your audience when I've like read the comments before. So, and I know you guys like rock music as well. So for all the rock people listening, I think we have, because of the other ones on the other stage, I think we have 11 different genres of rock DJ sets this year. So on this stage, we have, indie is kind of indie rock, I guess. So you've got indie. I'm doing a 3-hour punk DJ set on the Saturday night. So that's like all the main different subgenres of punk, like pop punk, skate punk, ska punk, hardcore punk. And then we've got a traditional metal DJ set, which festivals never ever have. So that's like death metal, black metal, thrash metal, new wave of British heavy metal, and groove metal. But then we have a metalcore and deathcore DJ set, which I'm definitely into that kind of music as well. And then we also have a new metal and industrial DJ set. But then we've just got every other subgenre of different genres going off, from reggae to dubstep to soul and funk to drum and bass. So yeah, we're advertising this as the most varied genre DJ set of any event in the UK. So if a festival out there wants to beat us on that, you're more than welcome. But I think it's pretty accurate.
I'm gonna whack the food image back up, because a lot of our subscribers are major foodies, and I know that a lot of you will have eaten food from a lot of these vendors. But VCO is one of the only places where you can get, I mean, honestly, in fact, it's a bit of a complaint, really. So while I've got the manager here, it's too much, Jordan, walking around that bloody big field trying to decide what to eat. It takes me an hour just to make my mind up. No complaints at all. It's wonderful to see. We said on a live recently, didn't we? Was it on a live or it was on a vlog? We were talking about VCO, and we said it's it's such a wonderful atmosphere. Number one, because you know that most of the people there are vegan, and so they carry the same ethos as you.
Yeah.
And there is pretty much everything you could want musically. I mean, not forgetting you've got, isn't there a Taylor Swift set on at some point
Yeah,
somewhere?
that's at the same poster you had up before, but yeah, there's a Taylor Swift party as well. That weirdly got added.
To Taylor Swift. How much more diverse can you get? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was actually like some of our attendees that set that up like unofficially last year. So this year I thought we might as well add it officially, given that, you know, the Swifties are such a big vocal group. You've got to like cater to them. So
yeah, I mean, it was literally just the chat over the last 5-10 minutes is just that's kind of just, it really just highlights what we said right at the start about the diversity, celebrating diversity in terms of people's tastes, and being able to just, like Paul said, I think it's really hard with something like Vegan Campout. I think it's really hard to kind of get across the vibe. It's hard to explain a vibe. It's hard to explain an atmosphere, a mood, a feeling. But the times that we've been at Vegan Campout, like Paul said before, it's like the weight that you didn't realize you was carrying on your shoulders just for a few days is taken off. And you've got a slightly more lighter spring in your step. And you've got the surroundings, you've got all of the choice. As Paul said, sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. There's some amazing people in the Vegan Campout group that do like Excel spreadsheets and all sorts.
Yeah, I love that.
And figure out exactly what they're going to do each day, meticulously planned. And I have such admiration for people who have got that kind of mindset to be able to do that.
Now, I'm just going to address Owen Chambers has said, can you please convince No Catch to provide gluten-free options? Now, Owen, the onus is on you as a customer to message them and say, will there be any gluten-free options? Would you consider it? Because
I think it's something that all food vendors think about. I also know with like our poster that you brought up, obviously we write on there, you know, who has gluten-free options and who doesn't. And I know that some vendors do have gluten-free options, but still tell us not to put it on the poster because of the whole cross-contamination thing. So it depends how strict it has to be. Obviously that poster is correct, but there will technically be a few vendors on there that have got gluten-free options, but just don't say it, I guess, for legal reasons and all that. So if you speak to vendors, you know, I know gluten-free people have different levels of, you know, contamination and not contamination. So, you know, I guess it depends if it's an actual like condition or just a preference or something. But yeah, you can always reach out to all of the vendors individually, or, you know, just go and see them over the weekend. They'll usually say on their board what options exactly are gluten-free and which options aren't. So
brilliant. Yeah, I want to just take a minute to thank Lorna for just providing some additional clarification for Alex. Thank you, Lorna. That's really appreciated. Chris says, can't wait for VCO. Proper looking forward to it. I'm just scrolling through.
Chris, don't forget to come and find us. And say, mind you, you won't have to find us. I'll be the gobby one walking around the field all day. And until about 4 o'clock when I'll start doing my makeup on the Saturday. I can do it later on the Sunday because we're not on until the evening. But Saturday we're on the music stage. Then we're at Mind and Body After Dark from, we think, 8 p.m. till 12:30. Pencil that time in.
There's some flex there. There's a little bit of flex there, isn't there? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. I'm just looking at the chat just to see if there's any questions or any other comments. David says, hello, lads. Is Jason going to do a song or 3 then, like before at Vegan Campout? I will absolutely be performing at Vegan Campout.
So he's going to be doing probably choices during the Vegan Queen set on the music stage like I did 2 years ago, or Canary.
Probably choices.
Yeah.
And
he'll be doing a few numbers on Mind and Body After Dark as well. But the entertainment in Mind and Body After Dark this year is, I mean, it was great last year. This year it's better. We've got some of the people back because everybody loved them and said, please get them back. And we've got some new things you've never seen before. We've got burlesque and drag and singers and comedians and borderline striptease. Not nipples. But yeah, it's gonna be exactly what it says on the tin. It's a cabaret club, Mind and Body After Dark.
Yes.
But there's so much going on. This is the thing. This is the great thing about Vegan Campout. There's something literally for everyone. And if you're not a night bird, there's so much going on during the day. You know, talks and little what they called? Demonstrations and all that kind of stuff. And I think, am I right, Jordan, in that what they're called, the fabulous group, Mobius Loop?
Yes.
I've got their
Hemp Redemption
stage back again, which is...
Yeah, so that's like open mic performances all weekend. So if any of your attendees listening who are coming to the event want to, you know, sing, play guitar, rap, whatever it is, I think you have to sign up on the day, each day, and they'll give you a time for your performance. And yeah, they're going to be, I believe, situated where like a lot of the food picnic benches are going to be, so people can sit and listen to, you know, whatever open mic person is performing. There's just so many different areas now. I think we have 8 different stages with all of them all together. There's obviously Mind and Body in the daytime when you guys aren't there, is all like yoga and meditation. Then there's the family area that's got more family entertainment and classes and talks and kids games than we've ever had before. So that's having like a major improvement this year as well. I think that's most of the different areas. I always forget there's so many now. Oh yeah, of course there's like the education stage as well, so that's for like people who want to learn more about the vegan movement, how they can get involved, activism. Sometimes we have like business panels and that type of stuff. So yeah,
it's amazing.
And let's not forget, it's like, if you like us, you're a fan of Viva, who are a fantastic vegan charity. They've partnered with Vegan Campout now for years. They're going to be there again. If you haven't seen, the Vegan Queens did some work with Viva to promote their 50 by 25 campaign, where they went out and ate at a couple of restaurants, in full glam in Manchester.
Oh, it was very fancy, wasn't it?
A couple of videos on their channel if you ever fancy go and having a look.
Going back to what I was saying before as well, just touching on the Hemp Redemption stage, I spent a little bit of time around the Hemp Redemption stage last year, and again, such beautiful vibes coming from the audience, the performers, everything. Couple of quick comments just to read out. Da Vinci Music, Jordan, congrats on your Vegan Campout, campouts plural, and the incredible diversity and openness in food and music for the vegan community, as well as allowing the vegan queens to bring their unique talents. And Chris also said, the vegan bubble is lovely at VCO. It's a great way to experience veganism without the backing.
Yes.
Well
Absolutely.
said, Chris. Well said. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And Heather says, you can see, can I still do this? Can I still show stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was worried it might block us.
No.
Heather, you can see the dedication that goes into this festival. Hats off to you, Jordan. Beautifully orchestrated. Yeah. I mean, we've said before, we've had a glimpse at some of the effort and the work that goes into Vegan Campout. Obviously, we've chatted with Jordan previously about, without going into huge amounts of detail, because we would literally be here all night, just the logistics of finding the best place to put on this kind of festival. Just that alone is months and months and months of work, traveling all over the country. And I don't think a lot of people really fully appreciate the amount of work that goes in terms of not just Jordan and the core team, but of course all of the volunteers that help over the course of the weekend as well. They're absolutely incredible as well. So brilliant stuff. We got any questions?
I don't think we have. No,
Da Vinci's just said, I think we've touched on this last time we spoke, Jordan, but Da Vinci says, do you have any ideas of bringing Vegan Campout to the US? I would be interested in helping if needed.
Yeah, I mean, it's always in the pipeline. Thank you for your offer of help, but yeah, it's one of them things where we just need to find the right company who ideally has experience, you know, putting on large events, and if we can get them to do, you know, the majority of the day-to-day work, then we can certainly make it happen. Yeah, it's always something in the back of our minds. It's just, yeah, we're also always so busy with the UK one that we haven't really been able to give enough dedicated time to making it happen. So
I guess I mean, just for now, all this tariff shit, maybe it's not the best time. Ticket prices will double. A British festival.
One thing that we've learned over the years as well, Jordan, and I'm sure you have yourself, is that kind of linking into what we were just talking about kind of spreading the Vegan Campout wings to further afield across, you know, oceans, is that whole thing of when you spread yourself too thin, sometimes things can suffer as a result of that. So to have kind of dedicated focus on one thing and make it absolutely amazing, I can get that.
Yeah,
I understand that. Yeah.
Right, well, if we've got no further questions, if there's any statements you would like to end with, good sir, and then we'll let you get about your night and we'll have a glass of wine and chill out here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the main thing is hopefully, you know, us and you guys want to see as many of your, you know, dedicated listeners there as possible. If you have any questions at all about the festival, ideally message us, as in Vegan Campout, on social media or email. But even, you know, if you have me on Facebook or Instagram, feel free to message me. I'm always willing to help get more people there, especially if you've never been before. You know, don't let it be 10 years until next year, until your first time you come. Get involved now. Sauna VIP day early. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we do also have a new sauna area this year as well. That's another thing I missed out. Too much going on. Yeah, and also if you know, not that it's something we necessarily properly advertise because it can be taken advantage of, but at the same time, if any of your audience do want to come, but you're genuinely struggling financially, then, you know, message me personally and I will make sure I get you some kind of discount code to make it easier for you to come. So yeah, I mean,
fantastic, Jordan. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Right, we'll bring this VCO segment to a close. Are you going to be seeing your mum soon?
Yeah, in 2 weeks I will be seeing her. Yeah.
Please give her a big hug and a kiss from me, and tell her I shall see you in August.
Excellent, Jordan. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you so much for allowing us to put you on the spot with a few questions, and for just giving us that little bit of additional insight into the awesomeness that is Vegan Campout and what 2025 has got in store for all those that are lucky enough to be able to attend. Thank you so much for the offer of potential discounts to people who may be financially struggling. And the last little thing that I'll just mention, because I saw it on the VCO promo stuff across social media the other day, and I want to salute you for that as well, is the support that you provide to activists that want to attend a Vegan Campout. Because you know what, regardless of the type of activism that you're doing, as vegans out there trying to change hearts and minds, it can be really hard work and incredibly stressful. So to actually be able to put all that on a shelf for a couple of days and spend an awesome time at Vegan Campout, that's a beautiful thing as well. So thank you for that as well, Jordan.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, anyone who's an activist automatically gets 25% off their tickets. So just email us and we'll tell you how to sort that. So yeah,
brilliant.
Right. We'll just end with Lorna's comment. Can't wait for opening 80s dance night again. Thanks, Jordan and Elliot and team VCO for your hard work. See you in August.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Lorna's one of our ultimate #1 vegan Campout fan. So thanks a lot.
She's amazing. She's exactly the same with the vegan queen. She's a blessing, is our Lorna.
Yes.
Right, so Jordan, thank you so much, mate, for popping on tonight. It's been really good, and we will see you soon. All right, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, bye.
Cool.
There we go.
Fantastic. Oh, that was nice.
Oh, that was lovely, actually.
Yeah, it was
and I'm
proper
glad I got
nice.
those images as well, so because it's like, might as well get them up.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and pour us a wine.
That would be lovely.
That would be lovely.
Lovely. So, yes. Brilliant to have a quick catch up with Jordan. You know, we've kind of said everything we wanted to say on this particular live in terms of vegan Campout. I'm sure 81 of you's in the house. I'm sure you've got a good gist now of what it's all about. But it's a beautiful time to be had by all. And if you can make it, then brilliant, or at least maybe consider it for you know, for the future. I am thoroughly looking forward to it. It's going to be great. Last year when we were there, you know, I kind of alluded to it before. Jordan was on his phone, like every time I saw him, I think just kind of like damage control and just kind of making sure that everything was going off without a hitch as much as possible. But yes, it's wine o'clock. We're going to get on the wine now. We're going to have a little bit of time with you, catch up with you all. Anybody got any general questions you want to throw our way? Now's a good time. Relating to anything, you know, and just, you know, now's a good opportunity for me to ask. And, you know, Paul's just coming back in now. How are you? How are you doing wherever you are in the world? Have you got anything nice that you're looking forward to over the weekend?
I'm just having a wee. I'll be back. I'd use the downstairs toilet, but you'll hear me.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you don't want to hear that. You really don't. So yeah, has anybody got anything nice planned for the weekend, or you know, just relaxing time at home in our neck of the woods? I can't speak for everywhere else, but I think we are in for another good weekend of weather, which is great. Heather says, yes, I'm sure you do, Heather. Heather says, we need more events like this in Texas. Would love to go to something like this. Yes. I mean, I don't know a lot about Texas, but I'd be surprised if an event like Vegan Campout would happen in Texas. But it would be awesome if it did. It really would, Heather. I totally agree with you. Oh, that's nice, Leanne. Good stuff. I know that you would have a great time. I know you would. And hopefully 1 year in the not too distant future would be awesome.
Right. There we go. Also salted.
Dorcas, we are going to be playing out in the garden. Lovely stuff. Yeah, the weather's been gorgeous. We've been blessed, really, haven't we, with a fabulous spring in our neck of the woods. And I think, to be honest with you, if I'm not mistaken, most of the UK, we've been basking in lovely weather for quite a bit now. Oh, thanks for the reminder, Da Vinci. Yeah, thumbs up on the live stream. Always gratefully appreciated. Helps us get some more subscribers to the channel. You know, we are slowly but surely heading up towards 20,000.
Yeah, I think
we've got a ways to go.
We're almost at 19,000 now, which is amazing.
Oh yeah,
it's amazing. But it's nice to have even numbers.
Yeah.
And I'd love to get to 20, because 20 is quite a landmark. 10 was, 5 was.
Of course, absolutely, yeah. Adam, really appreciate your comment, mate. And you know, you are right. I can't help myself, and we can't help ourselves. I think we ran ourselves ragged last year, and then we kind of suffered as a result of it and needed to have like a little siesta. Also, the temperature, it was so hot last year.
It was.
At VCO. So, you know, we needed to kind of get out of the burning sunshine and just kind of relax in the tent for a short while, as I am sure Tom and Ashley will attest to. But cheers, dude.
Sid, we watched the Stars in the House Voyager reunion on YouTube this week. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Nice. I don't know if we've seen that.
I don't know if we have.
Interesting. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Lorna, and thank you for being here. It was proper nice, wasn't it? It's always nice to chat with Jordan. Down to earth. You know, you can't get much more down to earth, really, you know, and that's what we're all about, as many of you will know. Oh, Chris, that's awesome. Much love to you both. And absolutely, you should be on the champagne tonight. Our adoption order finally went through. After months of challenge and uncertainty, our little boy is now legally our son in name and law and love.
Oh, daddies.
That's brilliant, guys. That is so nice. I know on the last week's live stream, you kind of touched on and alluded to the fact that there'd been, you know, some issues and concerns and a lot of stress. And it's so great to read that. It's absolutely brilliant.
Nice one, guys. Heather, hardly anything vegan related here. Boo, lol.
Hi, Kat. Thanks for being here. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Oh, nice one, Sharon. That's nice to read.
Oh, yeah, Sharon from Pigs in the Paddock.
Yeah, lovely.
Good old Yorkshire. Up road.
Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. Ah, nice one, Adam. Off to Family Festival tomorrow. There's a Pink tribute act performing.
Oh, nice.
Good stuff.
We're going to have to pull this down out because it's moving really fast.
Let's carry on scrolling. We haven't got any major plans for this weekend, but I think we are going to try and get a taste test, a food taste test done, but I'm not going to say any more about it. But that's the plan. I think either tomorrow or Sunday, but maybe tomorrow. We're going to do a food taste test. We are aware, we were talking about it the other day when we did the hot sauce taste test. We are very mindful, of course, that a lot of our subscribers are not into hot sauce in the same way that we are. But we do know that many of you enjoy a food taste test.
But you should still watch the hot sauce taste test. Even if you don't like hot sauces, it's worth seeing just to see how we're both affected by the 600,000 Scoville one at the end.
Yeah, I'll echo that. Yeah, definitely. Oh, bless you, Adam. Got a tip run tomorrow first thing. Take the damaged stuff from my allotment. You have to laugh or I'd burst with anger. Yeah, must be so frustrating that. It must be. I mean, obviously, many of you are aware of some of the issues that we had when we had our allotment for the 3 years that we had ours. But it was gated. So for the most part, you wasn't in a situation where people were coming onto the allotment that didn't have any right being there and shouldn't have been there. So, you know.
Now that is a good question, Lorna, and thank you for asking. How did we choose the acts for Mind and Body After Dark? So we get all these application forms and we ask people to tell us as much about themselves as possible and provide links, because people have always got a little bit of something on their Instagram or on YouTube even, or on a TikTok, you know, something. So we paid very much attention to the acts that went down really well last year and the messages that we got afterwards saying, if you're back next year, can you get them back again? So those people are back. And then anyone else that tickled our fancy that we saw, we chose. Now I have to confess, I've left a lot of this to my asthma, because she's very academic, my asthma.
Oh, surprisingly so.
She's great at admin. So she's just like, Ma'am, look at this video. And I go, oh, that's fancy. Put them on.
Well, Gemini does.
Yeah, Gemini does.
Adam ordered hot sauce from Dark Fire and Mix this week. Good stuff, mate. You will be well stocked up. That is awesome. Quick answer to a quick question from Da Vinci. Jason, any new music for the upcoming VCO 2025? Yeah, I think there'll be a couple of new tunes that I'll be busting out at VCO this year. It would be rude not to. It would be rude not to. Yeah, definitely a couple of new tunes on the Mind and Body After Dark stage when I do my short set. Craig is seeing 21 Pilots in Manchester this weekend, along with another visit to the allotment. Yay! Good stuff, mate. Good stuff.
Craig, you do know that the allotment's now gone vegetarian, don't you? Just because I don't want you to be shocked.
Yeah. Heads up. They're still doing vegan stuff, but it is veggie vegan place now. It's a veggie vegan place. So, just to be aware of that, mate. To be aware of that.
If you see plates coming out with fried eggs on, you know why.
Yeah. And a shout out as well. We haven't been there ourselves yet, but I've seen and I've heard very, very good things about Hinterland in Manchester. Somewhere we plan to go at some point. That's I've heard good things about. Oh, good question, Jace. Adam. Electric or acoustic? I wondered what you'd done then. I don't know, mate, to be honest with you. I don't know at this point, because I've got my lovely new electroacoustic, my new Fender Hellcat, which I might want to show off, but it's quite a bit bigger. So it all depends on how much space we've got in the car, because there was very little space last time, because of the vegan queens.
Yeah. Rosie and Sid are off to see the who?
Mekons?
The Mekons tomorrow night.
Other than that, no major plans other than starting to pack for next weekend and a holiday out in the back and beyond and off-grid in the Lake District. That sounds delightful.
Heather says, how long do the vegan queens rehearse before the festival? How long's the car journey?
Well, this year I think it's going to be about 3.5 hours.
About 3.5 hours. Mekons.
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
I kind of think I've heard of them, but if somebody said to me like name one of a song by the Mekons, I'd be like, I can't do that. But vaguely on my radar. Alex, that's funny. Our hot sauce tolerance is pretty impressive, to be fair, but we've had plenty of practice. But as we said in our hot sauce taste test the other day with mixed stuff, we made the mistake way back when of trying hot sauce off a spoon, and it is inevitably better, always better, to have hot sauce with a chip or a nugget or a tortilla.
Nuggets have really become the my preferred vessel these days, because it's like then you get to taste it with food as well, and it's it's just really good, really good.
Cheers, Adam. If I can fit it in the car, I will bring my Fender Hellcat.
Oh, Donna's going to see her new grandbaby this weekend, born yesterday. Cute.
Nice. Adam. Vegan queens rehearse all night in the tent from my memory of 2023. There's a little bit in there's a little bit of that. Yeah, a little bit of a sing-song now and again. Vampire Jack, yes, we've caught up. If we've missed any questions, we do apologise because it is quite thick and fast. But Vampire Jack says, have any of you tried the Samyang 2x spicy? We had it a good while ago, didn't we? Yeah. We tried it as a taste test, and it was a video that me, Paul, and Stuart did, which is a cracker. It's an absolute cracker. And then it just kind of came into sort of semi-regular circulation. We just started eating it as normal noodles. It is quite spicy.
What's even better with Stuart, though, is just the hot sauce taste test, where I think they did the bomb.
Yeah. Stuart was silly enough to join us in a hot sauce taste test when we did the Bomb Beyond Insanity, which is ludicrously hot. So yeah, as many of you will be aware, especially those of you lovely folk who join us regularly on our live streams, it has been a rather chaotic few months for us. We have managed pretty much to maintain some consistency in terms of uploads on the channel. I think it's fair to say we've not done quite as many shopping vlogs recently, but then part of the reason for that is that there is not a huge amount of new stuff being released. We did the taste test of the This Superfoods recently, didn't we? That's a new product, obviously, that's come out. And as I said earlier on in the live stream tonight, we've got a couple of other food-related taste tests coming up on the channel over the next week or two. So please do look out for those.
Holly, did you like the bomb? Holly got the bomb for a gift last year and it was gone by New Year's.
Wow. Wow. I think it tastes foul. It's not a nice taste at all. The bomb. It really isn't. It's not pleasant.
It's too much. It's too much for us.
Excuse me.
I don't think Stuart trusts us anymore when we say come and do an hot sauce taste test with us. They know. They're not daft.
I think it's fair to say, and I will stand for Stuart right here, right now, and say they have a significantly higher tolerance of spice
absolutely.
now than ever before.
When we very first met Stuart, they didn't like spice at all. So they had a slice of our pizza. None of us were vegan then. We were all vegetarian. They had a slice of our pizza from a local pizzeria, which was covered in chilies. Oh, they were mad.
Times have changed though, don't they?
I
Times
know.
change. And that's the good thing. Yeah. Oh, Heather, I wish. Heather says, any travel vlogs in the near future? I mean, a lot of it is kind of what I was alluding to before. Travel vlogs, a lot of the time, it's very reliant on finances, you know, because it's, especially if it's abroad, you know, but even in the UK, it's quite expensive to travel and stay somewhere. We'd love to go abroad and vlog vegan stuff in other countries. We both love to travel, don't we? But we've just got to be realistic about what we can achieve at the moment. You know, I mean, I was made redundant before Christmas from my main job. Some of you might not even know YouTube. We don't and never have viewed YouTube as our jobs. It's not.
No, I mean, I kind of wish we could, but we couldn't. Like, no. Financially, we couldn't, you know.
But I think we will hopefully get to the point in the future where we can do a bit more of that. Whether even if it has to be in the UK, you know, is sort of, you know, going for maybe a weekend away somewhere where we know there's a couple of vegan places we might be able to check out. You know, it would be nice to do that maybe at least a few times a year, or a couple, 2 or 3 times a year even, as a little bit of a treat for us and a little bit of a break, but also doing a little bit of work and being able to shout out great vegan places in other parts of the country as well, in the same way that we kind of did with Bet Call. Yeah, you know, and like that, you know, we sort of like, we realized what they were doing. I think I've said it before. We went there the first day that they went vegan, plant-based fully, and we vlogged it and we celebrated it. We said they'd set their bar incredibly high. We went back, was it a year later? A bit more than a year?
A bit more than a
year. We went back and they'd maintained that standard, if not surpassed it. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I on a personal note, I'd like to do more of that in the future. I'd like to be able to go and check out some other places and, you know, maybe have 24 hours, 48 hours somewhere in some other part of England, Wales, Scotland, wherever. Putting it out there into the cosmos, as you do. Nice one, Michael. I'll keep that in mind. Come to Donegal. Great B&B for you fab guys. Nice one. Love to go to Ireland. It's
We've
Donegal's
said
Belly,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is indeed.
Yeah.
Of course, we did the hot sauces that we tested recently are from Ireland. Mixed chili hot sauces, fantastic, so good.
Yeah. That's it, Heather, isn't it? I mean, it's you know, Heather says, definitely understand we are a one-income household. I'm a stay-at-home mum, so I dream, lol. Yeah, I think there's power in, we've said this for years on the channel and in our personal lives. I think there is a certain amount of power in putting stuff out into the cosmos and just kind of imagining it and then working towards those goals in the best way you can. For us, we've just got to be quite realistic about what we can achieve in the short to mid-term right now. Because, you know, there's still quite a bit up in the air in terms of what's going on with our work and finances. And, you know, your mum, my dad, that as well. You know, there's just a lot. You know, got to try and
juggling a lot of plates.
Juggling a lot of plates.
A lot of plates.
Or juggling them, you know. Yeah. I get that, Dorcas. Totally understand that. Yeah. We don't have the wanderlust anymore. Been about 4 or 5 years since we went up to Northumberland. Must admit, we seem to enjoy home too much these days.
I don't think you can ever enjoy home too much. We enjoy our home.
We're home birds, aren't we? A lot.
Yeah. But if we could, we would travel more.
Yeah,
we definitely would. And maybe we will when finances get better. Even when finances ever get better, maybe we will. So,
yeah. Bane, thanks to you both. I'm enjoying Star Trek.
Oh, what are you watching, Bane?
Please elaborate, Bane, because there's so much Star Trek. We'd love to know anything, you know, in particular that you're enjoying. We've said it before as well, just going back to what Dorcas was saying, you know, in terms of being home birds, the thing about where we live as well, and we have to remind ourselves sometimes, is we're not very far in any direction from beautiful green space and countryside. So that is a blessing as well for us, that we don't have to travel very far to be in the countryside and be able to enjoy nature and trees and water, rivers, streams, fields, all that kind of stuff, which is lovely. Oh, I can understand that, Leanne. Trust when it comes to your fur babies is, yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? It really is. Oh, Bane. So have you just watched the top rated Voyager episodes? You've just kind of hand-picked them based on...
It's so worth watching from beginning to end. We've done it 5 times now in total.
I feel like I was being slightly...
5 times.
Being slightly judgmental of you then, Bane, and I do apologise, but I was just fractionally. But that's only because we're such huge fans of Voyager, like Paul just said, you know. And it won't be the last time.
No, but it is worth seeing the full story, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. The character development.
It's a beautiful, interesting story.
The development of the family, the Voyager family, is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, yeah, I can totally understand that, Adam. Emma and I looked into moving home to a better area for the schools, for the girls, but saw the prices and it scared us. There'd be no money left for fun things. Yeah, totally get that. Yeah, that's true, Cheryl. I shall highlight that. Thank you for sharing that. It does serve as a reminder. You know, we are lucky. We're lucky. In a lot of ways, we are. If you're fortunate enough or you're smart enough with your finances that you're able to have a little treat now and again, like we do, you know. But then saying that, a lot of the time, our little treats are right here at home, aren't they? Yeah, a lot of the time. You know, that we splurged on that wine last weekend from Aldi. It was like £7.50, and He wasn't. I was stood in the aisle like, over £7 for a bottle of wine? What? That's a treat for us. Ah, Rosie. Yep, we're doing Voyager at the moment on season 2. Excellent. Excellent.
Is it your first time, Rosie and Sid? Or have you seen all the Voyager before?
Ah, Joseph's been a channel member for 15 months. Thank you, Joseph. Love your channel and positive impact in the vegan community. We try our best, Joseph. We try our best. Ah, yeah, Rosie says, yeah.
Yeah, seen it before, but watching it again and loving it. And why wouldn't you? It's bloody great. Still, there are still episodes, even 5, and next time we watch it, it'll be the 6th time we've watched the series, and there's some episodes that will gut me.
Every time. Yeah, without fail. Every time.
That doctor one in the museum, that kills me, that episode.
Yeah. Voyager is also a series that has got absolutely epic two-parters. Every single two-parter in across the series of Voyager, they're like brilliant films in their own right. Absolutely brilliant. Heather, thank you for joining us this evening. We will be getting off fairly shortly ourselves, so I don't think you'll miss too much. But thanks for joining us, and understand and appreciate you've got to start dinner and get on with what you've got to do.
Yeah, and we want to watch one more episode of MasterChef because it's an elimination, and then chill out with an episode of Star Trek Picard. Star Trek Picard. Oh my God, this is our 3rd.
No, it's our 2nd time watching it from the start.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's the 3rd time. It will be the 3rd time that we'll watch season 3.
Right, it's so good. Though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Donna, that sounds beautiful. I'm lucky as I'm surrounded by fields, but only a 20-minute walk from the beach. If there were any hills here, it would be totally perfect. Yes.
Gorgeous.
Sounds wonderful. Adam was saying before, always think, where does North start? It's always Northerners versus Southerners. Midlanders get forgotten about.
Well, to Southerners, anything above them is North. So you are as well, buddy.
Mm-hmm. And as Cheryl says, I think North starts where we have bread with everything, Adam. Well said, Cheryl.
You're not wrong, Cheryl.
Ah, Sid says I'd forgotten about the Ensign Wildman story. There's so much in Voyager. There's so many beautiful, beautiful things. That's what I was saying before when we were chatting. When Bain mentioned, I'd said the development of the Voyager family from beginning to end.
Adam, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm going to completely ignore what you've just written because I hate toxic masculinity. I hate it. And I know that that's where that comes from. So I'm not even going to mention it. Sorry, buddy.
I get you. Yeah.
Toxic masculinity will destroy the earth if we let it.
The Vegan Metalhead, thanks for joining us this evening, and you take care. Joseph, yeah.
Joseph, we've only watched DS9 once, but we avoided it for years. We watched it last year, actually, but we watched it all the way through. We actually really enjoyed it.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. Yeah, I loved it.
There's probably another one we'll go back to. It's the great thing about Star Trek. It's like, even on our 5th viewing of the entire Voyager series, I was never bored. I never said, oh, not this episode, let's skip this one. No. Every episode, they're not all brilliant.
There's I would go as far as to say there are 2 or 3 episodes in 7 seasons that are just okay. And that is a really, really standout kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? can't think of the word. There's only like 2 or 3 episodes that are like I'd describe as good, not great. The rest of them are great, and some of them are truly superb. So track record, yeah. In terms of a track record over 7 seasons, phenomenal. Anyway, you know us. Start talking about Star Trek, we never shut up.
So yeah, so we will.
Yeah, we will.
We will now. Right. We're just about to hit an hour. So we are going to bring this one to a close very soon so that we can go and chill out. We've got a couple of hours of TV lined up. I really need to take my contact lenses out. You know, all bits.
All bits. Yeah. We hope that you all have a fantastic weekend doing whatever you are doing. And whatever you are doing, that is great. Will and Chris were just saying before that they absolutely love Picard. It's just classic. It's got all the vibes.
It's brilliant.
It's
brilliant.
It's kind of special. With the episode that we watched last night where he goes to visit Riker and Troy. Yeah. And it's just beautiful. It's just so beautiful. We're biased. I think, you know, there's an emotional resonance there with it all.
Yeah, because we love TNG.
You know, yeah. Anyway.
As well as Voyager.
Yeah. But thank you all for joining us this evening. Like we said earlier on, you know, we'll say, obviously, Jordan's not here now, but a massive thank you to Jordan for taking some time out to join us this evening as well. It was really nice having him on for the first half of the live stream. We've got stuff coming up on the channel quite soon, so do look out for that. And of course, I'm sure many, if not all of you know, the meals vlog will be up on the channel as always on Tuesday around 5-ish, 6-ish, around that sort of time.
But you know, the channel is absolutely full of content, and if you ever get bored, go to the channel, pick a playlist and have a look. Travel, events and eating out, that's one playlist. Vegan product taste tests and reviews, that's another playlist. Shopping vlogs, meals vlogs, chats in the kitchen, lives. There's so much on this channel, and every view, every like, every comment, every share helps massively. So
it does.
Thank you.
It does. But yeah, have an awesome weekend, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thanks to you for sticking around. It's really appreciated. Thanks for your comments, your questions, all that stuff.
Indeed.
We're going to crack on with the rest of our night, finish our wine, and yeah, love and hugs to all of yous.
Yes, and Bromley. I love you.
Love you.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching tonight. We will see you again very soon. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Bye, loves.